What's up, guys? YouTube. I'm out here. There you go. So you can guys see a little bit. I'm out here in front of Poker Palace. I just cashed. Did a split top 3, so that's pretty good. Someone else bought me in though, so I didn't get to keep it all, but it's all good. I'm gonna go to Evo Club and stream again tomorrow. So try to tune in if you're. I mean, the vlog's only gonna be up for like a day. Granted, I gotta go to court for sleeping in my tent, ducking the rent. I got a ticket for it. So let's see if I go to prison or not. It's a criminal charge. Being in my tent and shit. You know, I briefly in my other videos. The point of this video actually, is to kind of go over some of the stuff I've been doing, like a quick vlog. I mean, I just cashed at Poker Palace. I just returned back to cash games. That was successful yesterday. On Friday, I'll be playing at the Wynn, the 20K guaranteed. So I'll finally make my big jump to a regional level poker tournament. So up off the local levels, and you know, these lights are so bright that you can't even see the casino. I was doing it here on purpose to try to show the casino, but it's like really hard to see because it's so bright. But yeah, I returned back to cash games finally. I just came out of cashing. It's a Sunday, the Sunday night tournament. At nighttime, I split top 3 for 150. But actually, I wanted to make a video talking about a little bit of my origins, like a brief overview of how I ended up in Vegas playing poker, trying to win a bracelet. Because if you know anything about my backstory, you're like, how the hell do you end up in Vegas? You know, I'm from the East Coast originally. Like, how do you end up in Vegas, living at the shelter, playing at the World Series, you know, trying to win a bracelet, you know, and try, you know, win a bunch of money playing poker to change my life. It's like, because I'm not from Vegas originally. I did play poker in my early 20s. I played poker in my early 20s. Like cash games in Texas. I was an online player, and I played some cash games. I really hope that this audio comes out well, that you can actually like hear me, because I'm here on Las Vegas Boulevard and these cars are pretty loud. So long story short, if you know anything about me, you know that I was originally as a kid a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh pro in my teens. And then I made top 8 a couple shonen jumps. I won a bunch of regionals. I was ranked at my highest 25th in the world, 10th in America, in Yu-Gi-Oh. I used to play for money and stuff, travel America. But then I got in a fight at Indianapolis at Gen Con. Some kid attacked me, and I turned around and attacked. I beat him up with brass knuckles. I was a kid. I was like 18 years old. And then I got banned from Yu-Gi-Oh. Upper Deck banned me for 5 years. I got unbanned like 3 years in, because Konami took over the game. But by that point, I was already like, I had moved on. So then I moved over to Halo during the MLG days. I played Halo 3. I was a 50 in Halo. As you can see, if you ever look at my videos, I was a Halo 350. I used to sell 50s. But I could never get on a big team. Cancel culture. I suspect something to do with, like, you know, my history, violent history, and my gang affiliations. And then I suspect part of it too was the prejudice for me being Latino, Jose, you know, being Milano. So that was part of it. You know, it's a combination of those things. That's why in my early 20s, I gave up on Halo. Because, you know, cancel culture. I was blacklisted. That's the best way to put it. I was blacklisted. For those reasons. Some of them are legitimate. You know, like violent past. And then some of them are not so legitimate. You know, like prejudice. And then, like, granted, there's a certain taboo with gangs. So, being affiliated with gangs and such. So some of it's legitimate reasons. But that being said, some of it's not so legitimate. Part of it's like cancel culture, oppression, blacklisting and such. I feel like in America, the climate, the political climate is if you're not a puppet, you're not going to get opportunity, which is obviously not fair. Granted, you can have a tiff with someone not wearing their pants at the correct level, but at the same time, you shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't deny me a job because of my tattoos. You shouldn't deny me a job because I don't wear the pants at a correct level. Like I don't agree with you not giving me a job because I won't, use standard English, or I won't talk how you want me to talk. Like, that's considered okay now. Like, that's considered okay, but I don't think that's okay. The fact that you won't, if people don't be your puppet, you're not gonna give them a job. It's like that to me doesn't seem like legitimate or fair. That doesn't seem like the land of opportunity. Because you could take a stance with someone that behave this way, and I'll give you a job. Versus what they try to do is they try to do it the other way around. They try to carrot stick you, and it's like maybe I'll give you the job. You see what I'm saying? And so I went over to poker and martial arts, and I did that for a little while in Texas. And then Halo 5 came out, and I went back to streaming and playing Halo. And I still couldn't get signed, even when teams were interested in signing me. That's the whole blacklisting thing. Cancel culture once again. And so then I moved over to CS, and I did that for a while. And I still couldn't get signed. And I suspect the same things: violent past, gang affiliations, prejudice against Latinos. So I got my Twitch banned. Not kid friendly, like I said, those gang affiliations. And then, so finally, I moved back over to YouTube. Here I am. And then I decided to just go back to poker then. Because it was the only way I could come up with getting enough money to make a family. Own a business. And so here I am, playing poker. 35. I live in the shelter. Some of it's my fault. Some of it's unfair. Granted, the system is not set up to help you win, which is the issue. Now, that's the funny part. Had I had a different look, then the system would have probably helped me. That's what I suspect. Anyways, I just wanted to make a YouTube video. Really just going over where I come from. Like how it's all, like how did I get here? Playing at the Wynn on Friday. Trying to come up with, the money to make a family and own a business. I think I want to open up a hotel in South America. That's my big aspiration now, with a computer cafe, a LAN center. That's kind of my big goal. Get some investors, come have some of the money myself. Check me out on Twitter. GingyBB _TV. I just finally wanted to make a YouTube video just like talking about how I got here in Vegas. I do admit how I got here. Some of it's my fault. But some of it, my hand was forced, Like, you can't make it out of the slums if you don't behave a certain way. Anyhow. See you guys around. Check out my stream tomorrow. I'm going to go back to Evo Club. Stream with my friend Chris.